Okay, so on Saturday, I did a demo showing how to transfer foil using Paper Artsy paint. There we go. Okay, Paper Artsy paint. So this was Paper Artsy paint that I had brayered on regular cardstock, laid my transfer foil over top of it, and then set it aside to let it dry. And then I peeled it off, and that is the effect there. And then I had a bunch of people asking me, well, what other ways are there to transfer foil? So I thought I'd do a demo showing you some other ways. There's certainly more than what I'm gonna show you, but a few ways that you can transfer foil. So these are just some samples of the ones I did on Saturday. So there you go. Hi, Heather. Okay, perfect. There we go. Okay, so that way was using the Paper Artsy paint. Simple, all I did was I took a brayer, brayered my paint on, stuck my transfer foil on it, gave it a nice press into the paint, and then let it set aside. I probably let it sit for about 30 minutes before I peeled that off, and then that was the effect there. Okay, now that is certainly not the only way. There are other ways of doing it, and I'm going to show you this one. So what I did here was I took a piece of regular cardstock. I had a set of snowflake dies, and I put on here, this is sorry. Can you get me some of the transfer tape, the big roll, the toilet roll? I call it the toilet roll. Yeah. So I use that, put it on my cardstock. Nancy's just gonna go grab me one so I can show you. Ah, perfect, thank you. Yes, die cut and bond. So I took the die cut and bond, put it on my cardstock, like you see here, and then, thank you. And then what I did was I peeled off that release paper. So this is the die cut and bond on top. So I'm going to take off the release paper, expose that adhesive that's stuck on my cardstock. There you go. So that's now the exposed adhesive. Going to take some transfer foil, lay it over top of my image, and all I'm going to do is burnish it. So you can use your finger, you can use a bone folder and go over that image to make sure you're getting good coverage, making sure that transfer foil is getting into all those nooks and crannies, and then peel it back. And now that foil has transferred where your adhesive is. Okay? So that's another way of doing a foil transfer, is using double-sided adhesive. So one more time with that one, because this is how I really like doing it, is using my, my words. So what I'm going to do, again, I'm going to take that release paper. This is the word hello. Going to take that release paper off. Okay, making sure to leave in all those little bits. You just want to expose your word. Now, I have got quite a collection of transfer foils. I just kind of grabbed all of them. I have a lot. So I'm going to, let me see, what do I have here? I think I have a rainbow one. Oh, I do. Perfect. Again, I'm going to lay it over. Going to burnish it with my finger, but to make sure I get in all those crevices, just going to use my bone folder and just make sure that that foil is pressed into all those spots. Okay. This one is very sticky. Burnish it a little bit more, make sure it's transferred all the way over. Whoops. The reason why I did that is I made sure to die cut it all the way through so that I could pop it off and put it on a card. But I may have die cut it too many times. Okay, that was a poor example. This is what happens when you do it live. Okay, let's set that aside. Nancy's sitting here laughing at me. Oh, it happens, but we have to roll with it. Where did my, there we are. Let's try that again. Let's use the word happy. So I'm just taking the release paper out. Here we go. Grab out another piece of transfer foil. Now, if you're wondering what transfer foil I'm using, I just grabbed some samples here from the sales floor. So there are deco foil, and these you can do heat or pressure transfer. So these are just some of the colors. These are just flat, plain. We also have the shattered glass. This is the rainbow one, so you can see the rainbow color through there. And we also have the ThermoWeb sheets. Again, these are just the flat metallics. These are the sequins, and this is the glitter. Okay, so there is quite a few different options depending on what you're looking for. I have no idea why this one's not working. I did it the exact same way as the other one. Didn't work very well. I'm gonna have to go back to the drawing board on this one. I'll just keep going back and filling in those sticky spots. So it sort of worked. I'm gonna have to go back and work on that one again. And I'm sorry for the camera being backwards. I forgot to flip it this time. Okay. Another way of transferring foil is using toner sheets. So if you have a laser or a toner printer, you can do the same thing. You can use toner sheets such as these that have a design on them. Here's some other ones that have a design. Wherever the black is, that is where your foil will transfer. Now this you do have to use heat. You have to use a laminator for this one. There's another one. Now, but there's also these. These are full toner sheets, 8 by 10 and all black. So you can actually die cut this out and then foil it, and wherever the black is where your foil will transfer. So this one is the toner sheet, the heat activated. This is the same thing, but this one has adhesive on the back. So you can die cut out words and shapes and your adhesive will already be on the back of it. So I'll give you a sample of how that works. Let me take out this. So in these packs, you get clear and you get white backed. So off to the side here, I have my laminator. It's not on camera, it is off to the side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some transfer foil. a sheet here. Going to lay it over top. Going to put it through my laminator. There you go. So my laminator is fairly quiet, so it's going over there off to the side. When it's done, I'll bring it over here and show you. So I did the clear one. Let's do this one, which is the toner on white. I'm not sure what you mean by toner sheets working with inkjet printers. You can't print on these. Oh no, toner sheets will not work with inkjet. It has to be laser jet. Yeah, that's the difference, is it has to be laser jet. I'm gonna put this one through at the same time. Yeah, it won't work with inkjet. It has to be a toner ink. That is the difference with these. Oh, hi, Allison. How are you? Yes, shiny things. Aren't we all distracted by shiny things? Now, when I'm done this one, I'm going to show you this product here. This is the Duo Foil Transfer Gel. Just have to put it through one more time. My laminator might not have been hot enough. Just give me a minute. Yeah, wouldn't it be nice if these toner sheets, the transfer foils worked with inkjet? Oh man, I'd be doing that all the time. But no, it has to be the laser toner, which is what these are. This is the toner they use on these sheets. My laminator is so slow. So I will show you, before I started this, I did take my Duo Foil Transfer Gel and apply it to my paper because it goes on white. Here's another one I did. So see how it goes on white? When it's clear, that means it's ready. Okay, so this one has gone through. Let me put the white one through. Give me a moment, get that lined up. Okay, so I'll peel that back. So everywhere, let me grab this so you can see it. So everywhere where the black circles were has now been transferred with the transfer foils. So wherever you see that black, it is now purple. Set that aside. Let me grab this one. This is the gold one. So this is what it looked like before. This is just the black toner. And then here I've put it through my laminator and the gold has transferred where the black was. So that's what you can do with the toner sheets. So let me just show you these again. So these are full toner sheets. You could use your die cut machine, die cut an image or a sentiment out of this, put your foil on it after you've die cut it out, and then put it through your laminator, and your foil will transfer to wherever the black is. Okay, so the dual foil transfer gel, what does that mean? Well, it means you can use heat or you can use pressure. So you can use the heat from a laminator, or what it suggests is using a die cut machine such as a Big Shot and putting it through, and the pressure of it will transfer the foil onto this sticky gel now. So when you first put it on, it's white. When it's dry, it's sticky and you can transfer your foil onto it. Now, you can do it with burnishing. Let me show you that. I use this. I love this one with the sequins on it. So I'm gonna lay it over top, and now I'm just going to press it into that sticky gel. Just burnishing it with my finger, or I can use my bone folder, and then when you pull it back, it has transferred onto that gel. Okay, so this one here, this one is all dry, it's sticky. Again, I can take my transfer, my foil transfer, burnish it on, pull it back. Now what you can do, and this is what I like doing, if you want all purple, go ahead and put all purple on. But I like to do is just go in and just add in little bits of it. And you can keep using these until your sheet is actually all clear. What is the name of the foil sheet? Do you mean the color, Linda? They are from Decofoil. Decofoil, Thermalweb are the two companies that I'm using. Okay, so I put the purple on. Now let's take some gold. Transfer some gold over. Oop, 2 sheets. See, I'm just doing it in bits and pieces. So I get kind of this piecework of it. So I've got the purple, I've got the golds. Let's grab this one with the pinks in it. You can do full ones, I'm not saying you can't, but you know me, I can't have everything looking all the same. I like mixing it up. Down here. Making sure all the sticky bits have foil on it. When you can do this and nothing is sticking, that means you've covered up all of that transfer gel. Still have some sticky bits in there. Let's grab a different color. Now I saw a demo, I believe it was Carla. Carla is a designer for Wild Whisper, and she discovered that when they're printing the Wild Whisper paper, the black is a toner. So she was actually doing foil transfers like you would do with this. She was doing it with Nicole Wright's paper line that has the black on one side. So that is really cool too. I don't know how she discovered it, why she thought of that, but it was a cool technique. Okay, I think I have got everything covered. Nothing is sticky anymore. So you can see I'm using little pieces of transfer foil. Never throw a partial sheet of transfer foil over. If it still has color on it, you can still transfer those little bits. There we go. Check that out. That is so cool. I think I'm gonna fussy cut around this, and that will be going into my art journal. Oh, look at that. Still some sticky bits there I still have to cover up. Look at that. That is cool. Okay, so several different ways. Now, one more I'm gonna show you, and this one I saw done by Jennifer McGuire quite a while ago. I'm trying to remember when. But she's using the two-sided tape. And she did across a full card different widths of her... Sorry, that was my laminator just telling me it's shutting off. Different sizes of double-sided tape across the entire front of a card. And then what she did is she took off the release paper of one, laid her foil on, burnished it, pulled it back, exposed it so you can see it there. So that's the first transfer. So you can see where it came off there. Going to take off the second one. Let's do the gold. Lay that on there. So another thing to remember when you're working with transfer foils is you want to see the color. You want to see the color. Don't put your transfer foil down so you see the silver side. You want to put it down so that you can see the color that you're going to be transferring. So there's one, there's two. Let's grab, I've got so many colors here. Let's try and use something different that I haven't used yet. There's more of the orange, that beautiful orange. Expose that next one. These are smaller pieces, so I'm gonna have to do this in two. So press, peel back, press, peel back. I left a little spot there in the middle. There we are, I filled it in. There you go. So 1, 2, 3, I've got one left. So let's peel back that release paper. And let's do this one. See if this one works. Going to press that in there. And then peel that back. So another way of doing foil, no special tools, just double-sided tape and your transfer foils and your fingers to add a little bit of pressure. That's all that was used to transfer that. Oh, sorry. There you go. It was a really cool idea when I saw it, and she did various widths. She had the really skinny ones all the way up to really wide, and they just kind of varied across her entire card, and she did different colors all the way. Well, she works with rainbows, so it was a rainbow all the way across, and it looked amazing. But again, no special tools. You don't need a laminator. All it is just double-sided tape, and you're just using the pressure of your finger to transfer that foil from the release sheet into your double-sided tape. Right? Very cool. Now, one that I haven't had a chance to prep, but I will mention, I don't think I have a stamp by me. Okay, so another way of doing it is you can take a piece of cut and dry foam. This is cut and dry foam here. So I take a piece of cut and dry foam, just a small piece, cut it up into the size I want, Take the dual foil transfer gel, maybe put a little bit out onto your mat, work some into your cut and dry foam, and then tap this all over a stamp. This looks really good on kind of those mixed media background stamps that aren't perfect. And then you could stamp, put that onto your stamp it onto your paper, wait until it goes clear, and then do the exact same thing. And that is another way of transferring it. Another way of using all those stamps we've got in our stashes, right? I just can't help it. I just see all this exposed adhesive and I feel like, oh, I just need to just start transferring more foil. Perfect. So for those of you who haven't tried foils because maybe you think you need a special laminator or a machine to do it, that is not the case. Because what these were, let me just grab them again. This one was transferring using paint, wet paint. This was the dual foil transfer gel, was this one here, which you can use heat or you can just use pressure, because this one I just used the pressure of my finger to transfer that. You can use this double-sided tape here. And for those of you that weren't watching, let me just try that again here. So this is using die cut and bond. Die cut and bond on a piece of cardstock. You take off your release paper. Take that off. Use your foil. Let me grab it here. Let's lay that on there. Just press that foil into your double-sided. Now you can see when you press it, you can see the image underneath. That's how you know you're pressing it in there. If you're starting to see that image come through, and then we're going to peel that back. It must be this particular foil. This foil is giving me issues today. I don't know why. There we are. Peel off this one, and then what I'm going to do is I'll peel off go. Yeah, transferring with words is a really nice way of doing it. Perfect. And then when you're done, you can just pop out your die cuts and then they're ready to stick on a page. So, yeah. Another way of using your dies, another way of using your stamps, another way of using your stencils. That's what this was. These were stencils that I used here. And paint, so many different ways to transfer. Now, if you have a laminator, and mine is just a cheapy laminator, it's nothing special, it's nothing, no special brand name, it's just a cheapy one. The one thing you do have to remember if using a laminator is you do have to get it to the right temperature. Mine has one setting, so I know I do need to put it in a, I need to let it warm up for quite a while to make sure it is hot enough. But yeah, there you go. Just some fun with foils. Perfect. Well, thanks so much for joining me today, everyone. I hope if you do have foils that you grab them out, that you have some fun and start making things with it and putting it in our inspiration group and sharing it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this off. I think I'm going to make this into a tag, and then I will post this in the inspiration group so you can see my finished tag using that one. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day.